Hey guys, what is up? My name is Megan and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and welcome to the beginning of the Everbloom Academy reading vlogs. These vlogs are going to be split in two, so we'll have 2 weeks of the readathon in the first vlog and then the 2 last weeks of the readathon in another. I'm hoping to have enough footage that way because obviously with working full-time and stuff and hosting sprints and reading books, I sometimes forget the vlog, so that is the plan. Obviously, if you don't know what Everbloom is, it is a readathon that I had started hosting back in September of 2020. I'll leave the playlist explaining everything down below, but it's essentially a fun class-based, prompt-based readathon, and I'm so excited for this round. I'm also excited for the summer camp because I am starting to have so many ideas for the upcoming readathon rounds. Being in the readathon now just makes me even more excited for the upcoming rounds. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's start celebrating Everbloom. Hello, good morning. It's February 1st, day 1, you guys. I have hair, but I look like an egg today. I've been on sprints for like an hour and a half. I'm pointing this way because this is where the sprints are happening, and you might hear my computer overheat. It takes a lot for my computer to do sprints, so I'm sorry for that, but I wanted to open up the vlog because I'm obviously starting my first book for the readathon, and I will be reading Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I'm 45 pages of the way through and ideally would like to read maybe up to page 70 during the sprints, and will obviously be reading more by myself today. I am really enjoying this. This is a book for my Mistborn read-along that I'm posting on my channel this year for the first era of Mistborn. I am probably going to make a dedicated video talking about Mistborn, so I'm not going to talk too much about it in this vlog. I'll just mostly update you onto like where I'm at page-wise, but I'm not going to say much more than that other than a few thoughts here and there if I can't contain myself. So that is what we're working on first because that's what the people voted on both in the Discord and on my YouTube page. So that's the vibes. I'm so excited to be here. The people are incredible. As I said, we've been talking about Brandon Sanderson a lot on the live. It's been a really fun time. A lot of you guys have actually showed up for sprints for day 1, which is amazing. Saturday morning sprints are actually a good time. Who knew? I did not, but now I know. So I'm going to go back to reading, but so happy to be here. I'm so excited that it's finally February. Hello, it's like 5 p.m. on Wednesday. I'm here for my first voice update to kind of tell you guys what has been happening since I last spoke because I have read some things. First of all, I'm now 140 pages into Mistborn, so I've just finished part 1 and I need to get a groove on that, but as I mentioned, if you guys have seen my live show from yesterday, I was actually spoiled online for Mistborn: The Final Empire, so the first book, and it's a really big spoiler, and I'll be honest, it kind of put me off reading it. I'm still very angry at the person on Instagram who thought it was okay to spoil Mistborn because it's been so long. There was no spoiler warnings, there was nothing on there, like it wasn't my fault. So I've kind of put Mistborn down for a day or two just for the time that I like digest me being spoiled, and then I will go back to it. But I'm absolutely loving the story, and the pacing of this one is much quicker than the Stormlight Archives. Like, being done part 1 after 138 pages is crazy to me. While I took my Mistborn break, I decided to read The Doomtown Dummies by Liam R. Findlay. This was actually an ARC copy that I got back in 2023, and I had not read it yet, but I finally have, and I have very, very mixed feelings on this. This is a middle grade fantasy about this girl named Colette who has this umbrella, who is kind of like a ghost who has like been put into this umbrella, and they have a relationship. And at the beginning of the story, Colette escapes her home and ends up in this weird world where there are dummies. It's like a doom town. If you don't know what that is, that's kind of like the premise of this, where it's like a town where they like simulate attacks and whatever, and it's not real people who live there, but she ends up going to this town where there are these dummies, and it's a very peculiar story. It wasn't exactly my cup of tea. However, I will say I really enjoyed the writing style of this, and the main character as a whole I did enjoy. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the plot for this one or the atmosphere. It's just not personally my vibe, but it wasn't a bad book. I saw someone on Storygraph compare this to other kinds of stories. I'll try to leave the review I saw on Storygraph either in the description or like take a snapshot, because I feel like it really well encompassed the kind of atmosphere you get within this book. I haven't fallen on an official review yet, but I did read this. This was my Ancient Languages to Read a book with less than like 1,000 reviews. This I think has like 4 or 5 reviews only on Storygraph. It might have more on Goodreads. So again, thank you so much to the author for sending me this. In my wrap up, I will have more of my in-depth thoughts, but that is one book down that is completed for the round so far. I put a poll up for my members to pick what I should read next, and they did end up voting a little bit all over the place. My choices were Skandar 3, D.L. Kilbar, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and Percy Jackson. And someone voted for Skandar, someone voted for Deep End, and I think 2 people voted for Percy Jackson as of now, but I haven't looked to see if I think my one under member had voted or not. So for now, the vote is for Percy Jackson. I don't own the second book yet, so that is probably something I'm going to get tomorrow or over the weekend and start with that. For now, I've been working on like a secret project for Bookshelf Blitz, so I'm not letting you guys know what I have read for that, but I am currently reading another book, and that will probably count as my mood read for the month of February for my Book Hive TBR. So once I am more into Percy Jackson, or if I pick anything else, I will let you know, but I just wanted to show off my copy of Deep End because it's beautiful. They did such a good job with like the limited print edition. I'm just very happy with the way it looks. It's a beautiful copy, and I have heard nothing but excellent things from the people who have read Deep End so far. I read a couple of pages, and I definitely think it's gonna be my second favorite Ali Hazelwood after Love Theoretically. I don't think anything will dethrone that. But yeah, I will say I'm also in the mood to go book shopping, which hasn't happened in a while. And I've been unhauling so many things, and I've been in a mood to purge, but there have been some new releases that have come out that are interesting to me. So I don't know if we'll do some online book shopping together, or maybe if we'll actually go book shopping. I do have a budget from all the stuff I've sold on Marketplace. My dog is being a clown right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, those are the vibes. The week has been going great so far. I'm sorry for my dog. I've been feeling kind of sick, but otherwise full-time work is taking up most of my time, and then I've been hosting sprints and stuff and talking in the Discord, and it's a really, really fun time. So yeah.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet.
Hello, sweet friends. Happy Friday. It's a work from home day. I am very chill, laid back, didn't really get ready because I'm sick, and that's kind of why I haven't updated this vlog as much as I wanted it to. But it's fine because I am planning on incorporating the first 2 weeks of Everbloom in one vlog and then the last 2 weeks in another. Just realistically, I don't do that much except work, so it wouldn't make for the best vlog. But the other thing I'm currently working on, and the books I've mostly been reading, have been for my first episode of Bookshelf Blitz, which will be live by the time you see this vlog. I am currently reading not the playbook, just Playbook by Rebecca Genchak, which if you want my thoughts and feelings on that, I will direct you to my Bookshelf Blitz vlog. But I have been reading, and this could probably count for a prompt for Everbloom if I don't get to all of them because of all these side projects. But that's what I've been doing. I have been reading. This reading month has been really, really wonky. I'm not sure if I talked about this in the vlog or not. Like, lots of like DNFs or low star ratings to start the month hasn't been amazing. But that's kind of where we're at. So this weekend I will be like focusing on this vlog because the Bookshelf Blitz will be done for a little while. So yeah, I did buy some books. I know I mentioned I was in the mood to buy some books, and I did. I got 1 book off of Amazon and 3 books off of Waterstones that are like the $6 paperbacks. So those will be coming to me. I will unbox them in the vlogs as they come. Also, like, now that my week is a little bit more solidified, will be happening in the next like couple of days. We have the Super Bowl on Sunday, so obviously my team did not make it. The Bills were so close, just short of the Super Bowl, so I'll be voting for the Eagles. And then on Monday we have the Percy Jackson live show. On Tuesday I'm supposed to get my a nail appointment for like the first time in my adult life. I'm gonna get my nails done. And then we have like reading sprints and stuff for this. I need to film content this weekend as well. And on Saturday, next Saturday, we get a fresh haircut and color, so you guys will see that, and then I'll probably close the vlog off then. So yeah, not a lot of reading updates. I should be reading Sea of Monsters. I know I should, but I'm in a middle grade rut right now. I've just read a few middle grades that haven't hit, unlike in the month of January where I read like friggin' 7 middle grade books. So I don't know what the actual plan would be, and it's kind of alarming considering 3/4 of my TBR are middle grade books. But I'm sure if I read Scandar, maybe I'd be in the mood again, or it's going to emotionally destroy me. I don't really know what's going to happen. But yeah, not a lot of updates. I'm sorry. This vlog will get more interesting, I promise. But that's it for now. I forgot to mention this. I'm so excited. So I just did a thing, and I've been talking about it for months. Gabby's sister, Rachel, does the most beautiful customized bullet journals. Like, you tell her what themes you want, whatever you want, and then she makes it for you. Obviously, you pay for that service. But I was supposed to get mine done in November of 2024. Unfortunately, my cat got really sick, and it wasn't in the cards for me then, and she was like the kindest human being and let me postpone my date to February 7th, which is today. And so I just did the thing through Etsy, and she's gonna start working on my bullet journal on Monday. I'm so excited, like so genuinely excited. I am a planner through and through. I plan things in multiple ways. Like, I have my Google Calendar, I have my physical planner, I have my big planner there, I have my Outlook calendar for work. I have stuff everywhere to help me stay on track. I'm a planner. I love planning, but I've always struggled to find a planner that works for me, and I am not the most artistic person, so bullet journaling has always been something that I'm like, this could probably like answer my to my needs, but I could not for the life of me see myself doing a 12-month planner. So it usually, she said, like turnaround time is usually around 2 weeks, so I'll be able to show you guys a full flip through for my birthday month in March, which this is definitely like all of my presents combined to myself for a really long time, but holy smokes, I'm so genuinely excited, and she's such a nice person, and I love supporting like small businesses, and like she's clearly like an artist as well, and it's just like I'm over the moon. I had an adrenaline rush. I'm just so excited, genuinely so excited. I can't wait to like flip through it when it's brand new and it's like to my needs. So I have my habit tracker with all the habits I track. I have my like a spread for TBRs, monthly to-do lists. Like it's what I've wanted in a planner, and I've tried so many planners. I've tried like happy planners, the daily planner, which was expensive and I didn't love. Like I've tried so many things. So yeah. Hello from me and Halloumi, who is very happy that I'm home from work. It's Wednesday. I haven't updated since before the Super Bowl, and I feel like a million days have passed, but it's only been a few. The Eagles did win, though again, the Bills were robbed of their Super Bowl, but it's fine. The Eagles won, so I was happy with that outcome. But I haven't updated this vlog because one, it's very chaotic. I have a lot of vlogs going on at once. Probably not the smart thing to do during Everbloom, but it's fine. And also because work has just been so overwhelming. I love my job, but there are days that are so hard on the mental health because being with people who struggle 24/7 is so hard, and like I love my job and I love helping them, but sometimes when I come home I'm like drained and I don't want to do anything. Like yesterday I came home and all I wanted to do was go to bed, but I did have my nail appointment, which like, come on you guys, I'm obsessed with my nails. They are cherries and flowers, kind of like Valentine's Day, but more like broad, so it's not like after Valentine's Day I'll get sick of my nails. The experience was wonderful. My nail tech is fabulous. I got a Russian manicure with the gel, and it was just such a soothing moment that I felt like I was actively taking care of myself, and that is what I want for myself in 2025. I'm not saying I'm gonna get my nails done all the time because obviously there are costs attached to that, but for now it was such a way for me to feel like I'm keeping up with myself, and just when I look at my nails, it's kind of a reminder to take care of myself. So all of that to say, I have also started a book that I'm reading for Everbloom, which is Kidnap on the California Comet by MJ Leonard and Sam Sedgman. This is book 2 in the Adventures on Train series. I had read book 1, which is The Highland Falcon Thief, a few years ago, and I reread it in January. All my thoughts are in my wrap up for January, but I decided to pick that book up because I wanted to reread it to be able to continue with the series, because I want this to be one of the series I finish in 2025. And I had the audiobook, had in past tense because I did cancel BookBeat for now because I'm trying to lower costs of certain things, but now I'm like, I just canceled Audible. Maybe I should just keep BookBeat. I don't really know what I'm doing with my audiobooks, but I did listen to the first 150 pages of this, so I have about 100 pages left. This is so much better than book 1. I'm having the time of my life. I feel like the train itself and the people who are on it, and just having all this background on our characters is so fun. Like, I'm loving the kidnap and like the reason behind who gets kidnapped, and like all of that makes sense in my brain. Like, I knew from the minute we were introduced to the character that she was the one who was going to get kidnapped, and that the other 3 characters with like our main character and 2 other kids were going to try and solve it, and I'm having so much fun. I have no idea who the actual person who like kidnapped this girl is, but I'm invested. Like, I want to keep reading. This is a really fun one. This, I think, is going to be one of my favorite mysteries. And if it means that every book I'm going to read in the series gets better, by the end of this, I'm going to be absolutely obsessed with this series. I can feel it in my bones. It's such a great time. These two authors combined are such a power force. Like, I like their book individually. I've read Sam Sedgman and I'm planning on reading MJ Leonard individually, but together I think it's just something different. And I'm sorry you're gonna hear the recycling truck behind me, but I need to get this update done before we run out of daylight. But yeah, I love this. The audio for these are incredible. I'm like gaslighting myself into getting BookBeat again. This is bad. But yeah, that was my update. Ideally, I would like to finish this book and another book before I close out this vlog, and then start weeks 3 and 4 of Everbloom. So yeah, cross your fingers and cross your fingers and toes for me that we get a snow day tomorrow, even though it's gonna be too late by the time you see this video. But like, pray for me, please. I need it. We all need it. Everybody who works in a school deserves a snow day. Okay, bye. Hello, I am here to close out the vlog. This is the new hair, and I love the layers, but I did go back to blonde, which I was going back and forth on, and it's not like very blonde. There's a lot of brown mixed into it, as you can see, but I had this hairstyle a couple of years ago, and I was finding my hair to be a little bit dark. So I took the plunge and I went back to blonde. Don't tell me if you hate it. Thank you. But I will be honest, I've only read a little bit more of this. I really need to get BookBeat again to finish this audiobook because I'm missing this so much. It's not the same reading it physically. So I'm gonna bite the bullet, I think, and get BookBeat again. But yeah, so I haven't read much for this vlog. I've read the Doomtown Dummies, some of Miss Board, and almost all of Kidnap on the California Comet, which this is most likely going to be like a 4 or 5 star read. I'm loving this a lot. Probably like a 4.25. Currently, that would be my final rating, but you will get to see that in the next Everbloom vlog. So I'm sorry for the lack of reading, but these are what my weeks look like mostly. Some weeks I read a lot, some weeks I don't read, and that's kind of what happened with the beginning of this, with me being sick and a lot of things going on. But yesterday was also Valentine's Day. We didn't do much. We had Indian food and I rewatched Hidden Figures, and my partner watched it for the first time. Today I went out after my appointment and stocked up on these. I have 3 bags of Jolly Rancher Jelly Hearts. These are some of my favorite candies ever. They only come out during Valentine's, and usually a bag like this is like $5, but they were 50% off. So I grabbed what was left at the grocery store. And before I leave, I wanted to show you guys 2 of the 3 books that I ordered that came in the mail. The other 2 you will see in next vlog. But one of them is Ice Apprentices by Jacob North. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition. This is my book club pick for March. It's beautiful. It's like a cold setting fantasy. It's a debut. It's blurbed by A.F. Stedman. I have a lot of hope. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. And the other is The Hunt for the Golden Scarab. It's the first in the Time Key series by MJ Leonard, who co-authors The Adventures on Trains. I read some Sam Sedgman. last month, and this is her newest release. And this is like a mystery time travel with an Egyptian setting, and I've heard nothing but great things. There are beautiful illustrations in here as well, and in proper Sam Sedgman and MJ Leonard fashion, this is a shorter book. It's not even 300 pages. Cannot wait to read that. I need to read it in March as part of my, well, both of these I need to read in March as part of my 40% vlog challenge. So reviews will be coming your way, just not this month. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you're participating in Everbloom. How is it going? Are you done? Are you close to being done? I know people are a little bit everywhere in the Discord. I think a lot more reading will be done in the next 2 weeks. I don't have a choice if I want to be able to complete my TBR for Everbloom. So cross your fingers and toes for me. I will do the same for you. And I'll see you very soon in another vlog. Bye guys. Happy reading.